Guess I should actually add us to the thing before I try to present a thing.
Good morning.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Sean
Evening.
Crummel, creator
Good
of Smacked in the Head, the animated series comic, which you can follow on what is happening. There we go. On the Instagrammy. I'm gonna present this before we get started from now on, and I also do random back issue comics on this YouTube channel.
There you
I
go.
also recently opened an Etsy shop, and you can get some fancy pants stickers there if you want vinyl
Oh, yeah.
stickers. 3 people have them in their cart. Sons
I
of
got
Bees. They have not bought them yet. And yeah, you can go to realseancrimmelart.etsy.com for all your sticker needs. And hey, how's it going, Miss? Speaking of fancy pants.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta find this hamster. Hold on.
Okay. Go find your hamster.
Chrome tab, talking hamster. Okay, this is the first one I saw, and it became a thing. So now, we have one, but it's just a hamster that talks. When you say something, it repeats back in a higher pitch. All right, I'm ready. So you get the concept.
Yeah.
Yeah, this video is very funny. You should look at it sometime. He gets pulled over, and the cop starts talking, and the hamster starts responding.
Ah.
Капитан Добрынин,
That's pretty funny.
что сказали? Капитан Добрынин, предъявите документы, пожалуйста.
Anyway, I bring it up because you were talking about or we were talking about how if studios keep making movies that use, or if they start making movies that do nothing but use AI, eventually you'll have so many things made by AI that fake AI is just referencing AI, and it's just going to be like a copy of a copy of a copy. It made me think of the hamster because I've heard two of these hamsters talking to each other, and it keeps getting higher and higher and higher pitched until they're basically just breaching at each other. And that made me think of.
Reminds me of multiplicity.
Yeah,
a copy
exactly.
of a copy of a copy of a
Copy
copy.
of a copy of a copy.
Yeah.
Then eventually you get brain dead movies that like pizza and gonna eat a dolphin.
Yep.
Yeah. Did you see this?
Exactly.
I saw this the other day, and somebody had a meme that was like, "Wait, what? Where? Lab-grown black hole may prove Stephen Hawking's most challenging theory." You're right.
What's his most challenging theory?
That's not the part I was focused on. I was focused on lab-grown black hole.
Like what, sir? Like, I showed you that picture of the super duper mega collider.
The next one they're making to put us into an even further
I think
Mandela
the super
effect.
collider.
They'll be like, "Remember when my name was this?"
What? Goes through like what, 3 countries?
The old one or the new one?
Like 8.
Like all of them.
Now it's going to all of them. I think the
new super
large one,
collider.
It goes through 3 countries, I believe. Sweden, Switzerland, and Norway, maybe.
And this is why the Berenstain Bears are not named the Berenstain Bears anymore.
Stain Bears.
Yeah, whatever.
It's with an E. That's all I know.
I don't even remember anymore.
That's all I remember is the E.
Holy
I remember it in the public libraries. I remember the stupid TV show they used to do.
Oh, yeah.
I guess it depends on where the E is where people are arguing.
Yeah, I don't know. It was always a strange name to begin with. Berenstain Bears. So it's like, it's easy to just pronounce it wrong, even if
exactly.
you know how it's spelled.
There's tapes with both ways. I think publishers just printed it both ways because people are stupid. Anyways.
Yeah. Is this gonna have it?
Oh yeah, the FCC thingy. The Future Circular Collider.
Oh yeah, wasn't that the old one or something? And this is the new one?
Yeah.
You gotta like have a passport if something breaks down over in this area. Yeah, take the golf cart and go through a checkpoint.
Probably, but I think they're all part of their union. Like you don't have to go through. Like if you're in the European Union, you don't have to go. You don't have to show
have
your
the
passport
passport.
going through countries.
Yeah, I thought they were getting rid of all that, but
It's like going to different states. Is how they view it.
yeah. Well, that would be beneficial.
Right. But then if you go to Britain, you have to show your passport. But if you go to Ireland, you don't. Because they left.
Yeah.
But Ireland stayed, so it's really weird.
Physics opportunities. There's a chance for me to get a job.
There you go. You got like 8 countries to pick from.
Yeah. You need visas to work in all of them. Let's just see real quick if there is any information here.
It's just going to be copying, but again, I feel like they are doing that anyway. So.
Yeah, that's how it works. It scrubs the internet for images, at least the image ones. Well, everything, even writing. It's scrubbing the internet without people's permission, and then it's referencing it, and it's just a glorified search engine that commits plagiarism.
That's super fast. Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
And it works. I've seen people use it. I saw this guy that I work with. He showed me that he was like, I had to shoot a commercial for this client, and I had no idea what I was doing, so I just typed it into GPT chat, whatever it's called, and it broke it all down. I'm telling him exactly what to do. And I was like,
yeah,
I guess that's cool. I don't know why I spent $50,000 going to school for it, but
cool, yeah,
man. Good for you.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's good. I mean, so it's whatever.
There was this one that I saw.
It's like the way that technology and things are moving. So
yeah, I have no.
it's gonna all burn.
I don't know
no
if
stopping it. It's a snowball effect right now. It's going down. There's no stopping.
There's no way to predict where it's even gonna go at this point. Which is
no, it's just.
I don't think any other generation has had to process that thought. Like they're like, oh wow, the airplane, that's cool, and then the airplane got better at a gradual rate that wasn't horrifying. But now it's like,
I think it's just all technology. When you see it being phased out, or new technology being phased in.
But then trying to get your head around the concepts of what those new technologies are
that's why my mother trying to calling and asking how do I make a PDF?
I still struggle with that too. I have to have the right programs.
You hit one button, PDF, okay, done.
It depends. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I just right click, turn this into a PDF. Okay.
What Oh, I lost my question.
Sorry.
No, that's not your fault. I forget where I was going with it.
Yeah, it's
gone forever.
It's just nonsense.
The pessimist in me is like, I don't know why we're even be making art anymore, because the jackass
I don't know why we're putting it on the internet.
Yeah, that too.
I would love to go back to old school, showing
magazines and print and stuff. Yeah,
magazines, print. Yeah, showcases.
Showcases, Showcase Showdown.
Yeah, stuff like that.
I was watching this one thing on what?
Galleries and whatnot.
Oh yeah, I was watching this one clip on Instagram, and it was this guy did the crappiest 2-year-old drawing for a logo. It was like a donut with like a hat or something, and then he asked ChatGPT to give him a prompt so that he could put it in an art generating one to get a logo. and he did it 10 times, and he picked the best one, adjusted something, and he had the logo finished. And I was like, graphic designers are screwed, man.
No, yeah, completely. I mean, they're going to have to learn how to use it to their advantage.
Yeah, but their workforce is also
being
going to be
exploited right now,
drastically
definitely.
reduced. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's just the way. I mean, you're just going to get, like I said, again, it's a snowball thing. There's no stopping this fucking snowball. It's going to hit somewhere, and it's just going to continue to build and build and build. And people are going to start adding to it. I mean, there are good places. Yeah. Like, I would love for them to put this into the traffic lights. Let it control the traffic lights. So instead of having it be on a weight or either a timer or a weight system where like enough cars are sitting on the asphalt to change, instead you have cameras watching this thing, changing lights, so you're not sitting in spots for 7 minutes waiting for a damn light to change.
And I totally picture people hacking that crap.
I mean, they can hack it now. I mean, it's all run by computers anyway. Like I said, it's all weight and timers right now, and run by computers. It's even though it doesn't have. I mean, technically, it's AI more than the search engine bullshit is, because it's sitting there running and doing a process over and over again without human interaction, other than checking on the system, making sure there's no bugs and people hacking.
Mm-hmm.
But that is definitely hackable as it is right now. Instead, you just put it on a closed circuit network and have something else running it. But watching it, instead of having it on wing timers, they're counting the cars. It's identifying what a car is and seeing how long it's in, and making sure no one's sitting and idling. That way, oil's not being dripped out of cars at intersections. It would speeding up instead of having, I think traffic jams would definitely be cut down. No more like sitting in the middle of the intersection type thing.
I guess.
I fucking hate that when cars are like, "Oh, I can make the light." No, you can't. Now you're blocking me from crossing this 4 intersection because you thought you could make the light, and you're not now. And now you just screwed my day up.
Well, they'll get rid of cars soon enough. Make everybody live within a certain square area. What?
Auto driving, like autonomous driving cars, is the only other way to fix it. But instead of doing that, just have the AIs change controlling the light system, and it would make it 10 times better. That's all I'm saying. I think it's worth them looking into.
Sure.
But again, in certain aspects, it's good. You can find ways to use this. I just think it's so open and it's a sandbox right now. And people are thinking it is more than it is when it's not Skynet whatsoever.
Not yet.
We're not even near it. I don't think we're 20 years close to having artificial intelligence, if not 50 years. I just don't think we're there. I think the movies and our stories have just put us into the mindset that we are in the future, that we are nowhere near. We don't have.
You don't think people will manifest it just because they think about it so much?
I mean, isn't that how myths and legends come about anyway?
Myths and legends are actual stories that get blown out of proportion over time.
Exactly.
Okay, how's that apply?
But I'm saying like Bigfoot. We manifest Bigfoot into existence because of the same thing.
Bigfoot?
Because we believe it. Yeah, we believe in Bigfoot. We manifest it.
But we don't have a Bigfoot that's real. Oh.
We have AI that's real.
I think I know where you're going with that, but
right, like just because they're not gonna will it. The technology is not there. Where is this thing's mind going to go? Where the internet. Upload a human mind to the internet, and then I'll get behind artificial intelligence a lot more.
But will it
But
even
we
be
cannot copy
human mind, or
brains.
will it be a copy of a human mind?
I would love to be able to figure that one out.
Yeah.
Same thing with the cloning. Let's clone. Let's get people's DNA. People are always screaming. Sorry, I'm all over the place about how like the forefather. Oh, the forefather we roll in graves. Let's dig one up and find out how they actually think. Let's just fast scroll. Here, what do you think? Are you rolling in your grave from this?
I still don't think you understand cloning. It's just gonna be a copy. It'll be somebody that looks like George Washington. It won't actually be George Washington. I like to think in science fiction stuff you could like copy paste something, but I don't think that's how the regular cloning works. Because you're basically growing from cells and DNA.
Right, yeah,
you're growing a new person. That new person's gonna have all their own life experiences. Maybe there'll be like a handed down genetic memory, like animals seem to have.
There's science fictions because that's all it really is to me, other than
cloning,
cloning animals. Until we clone a person, I'm saying it's all science fiction. With one cell, you have the memories and aspects of their whole life.
Yeah, I don't think it works that way, but I would like to think it works that way.
Their DNA. Exactly. I mean,
that's kind of how it works in my story, but I don't think that's real, but it's cool.
Right, exactly. I know it's not going to give you anything. It's mostly just a Oregon farm, island.
Oregon farm, yeah, the island.
Yeah. Cloning.
I got you. Well, I'm certain that's what they're going to use it for if they're not already. I was
that would cut down, but then that would destroy the organ.
The black market.
Not just the black market, but
the kidnapping.
Organ donor. Yeah.
Oh, organ donor. Yeah, you wouldn't need people to organ donate anymore. Like I got a number 4 kidney. Take it. Just have them on ice or whatever, or you speed up the process somehow. Grow it in a month. Come back in a month. We'll stick it in you.
Exactly. Like you should be able to take strands of my cells of my kidney and grow me a new one without the problems that it has.
Sure. You would have to identify the problem and then take that bit of manipulation out.
Yeah, that's what CRISPR is. Take that.
I heard about that a long time ago, and I forgot what it is entirely.
Manipulating DNA.
Of course.
Like strand by strand, like rearranging shit.
Yeah. Just a bit of harmless brain alteration, that's all.
No, it's more than that.
I know. It's just a reference to Wallace and Gromit.
Over in China somewhere, who I did CRISPR on twins, and he got thrown in jail for it. On unborn kids, and then they were finally born. Yeah.
He got thrown in jail for it? The fact that China's not actually doing that is shocking.
You can't do human testing with that shit right now. You can do,
but I'm sure someone is.
Work on. Yeah, and as soon as they come out and say, "Look what I did," we throw them in jail.
Look what I can do.
And then we confiscate all their data. Either destroy it or put it in a vault until some other generation comes along and be like, "Yep, we're fine with this."
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
there is no E.
I don't know.
Clustered regularly.
How far we can actually go with some of our shit, and that's where we get the clones from,
So, I was walking the other day, and I was walking yesterday, and I had the thought of if I was super rich and I owned a lab, it's very likely there would be nothing to stop me from just becoming a mad scientist or crazy CEO and being like, let's see if we could become gods. Why not? And I was like, wow, that's morally corrupt,
It
Sean.
would have to be miniature dinosaurs.
Miniature gods? Oh, collect the whole
Dinosaurs.
set. Oh. Yeah,
dinosaur.
collect the whole set.
You have to do miniature, mini dinosaurs, like mini horses or something.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't be able to sustain themselves with our atmosphere.
Oh, yeah. And then it'll be like a trend, like short-legged cats. Everyone will want a tiny T-Rex.
I mean, or a tiny stego. I would love a tiny stego, like a guard stego.
Bastosaurus. Clustered, regularly interspaced, short palindromic repeats. CRISPR. Yeah. Let's just pull this up real quick. What exactly does CRISPR do? CRISPR genome editing allows scientists to quickly create cell and animal models which researchers can use to accelerate research into disease such as cancer and mental illness. In addition, CRISPR is now being developed as a rapid diagnostic. Okay, why is it controversial? Safety is a major concern because there is a risk of for off-target mutations that may result in unwanted side effects, like a third eye. I added the last bit. Yeah,
but exactly. Like you could unlock certain parts of the DNA, or just add like DNA to something else.
Can you add a middle finger to my forehead so I don't have to make the effort of lifting my arm?
Or like, wings, or like mutants.
Tell me more, Professor X.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But again, we're still not even near there to do. We can play around with it, even though it is years. It's like it's been around for a while.
Yeah.
It's just we just don't have the technology to actually like implement a lot of this shit. So I think we'll get there with this 3D technology, like printing over like
limbs, organs.
Yeah, like we're growing ears on rats' backs. We don't have to do that shit anymore.
They've been doing that for years.
I know, but we don't have to do that anymore. Print the fucking ear.
Yeah, that's gross and cool.
I know.
I remember that mouse being a picture in the back of my 8th grade yearbook before I left Pennsylvania, and it was like, what was happening in the news then? And there was that mouse with that ear on its back, and I was like, what is that?
I know, it's so fucking creepy looking.
Yeah. Mouse.
Yeah, there's that Harry Potter movie that they had those ears on strings. And it reminded me of that.
We just watched all of those this week. For the first time in like 17 years or whatever.
Oh, wow.
The Vacancy Mouse.
About 2 years ago now.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever we got HBO Max, we did it. And then they put on the Beast movies, and we still haven't watched. I don't think we've ever finished one of them.
We only saw. Did they wrap up that storyline?
No, but it is done.
Yeah. We watched the first one.
At least they're not going back to it anytime soon.
Yeah, no.
We watched the first one, the second one, and then the third one. We watched a part of it.
There's 3 of them?
Yeah, there was the first one, the second one with Johnny Depp as the dude. Yeah, that thing. And then there was the third one with Mads as the taking over for Johnny Depp because Johnny Depp was in trouble. Very hot at the moment.
Yeah, they sold him out. Yep, I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, they paid him. They didn't sell him out. They bought him out.
I guess
they're like, all right, here's your contract fee and extra.
Yeah. We watched all of them, and after Goblet of Fire, I forgot how effing grim those movies become.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, wow.
10 times worse.
kind of depressed now.
Yeah, they just get gradually longer and darker.
Yeah.
I felt
Longer.
after the third book is when they got darker.
Well, it's Azkaban or whatever.
Yeah, the Prisoner of Azkaban. I felt that's where it started getting dark.
Mhm.
At least for the books. Because I read the first two books and they're easy, they're light, they're fun kids books. But when I got to the third book, I was like, okay, this is a lot darker. This is a lot more in depth, per se.
Yeah. Sure.
Because I think I started reading when the fourth book came out.
Yeah, I think I've mentioned
I got
that Half-Blood Prince was like the second to last, and everybody made such a fuss about it that I was like, okay, I'll just read it. And I was like, oh, that's pretty good. I should read the one before it. And I was like, oh, that one's pretty good. I should read the one before that. Yeah, that's pretty good too. I should read the one before that. Eventually, I stopped.
I like rereading those books, but I can't. The first two, they're so boring to me now.
Oh,
I
I
like
tried
starting
to
with
read
the
the
third book.
first one a long time ago.
I like
What?
starting with the third and reading from there.
Yeah.
But I'll watch the first two movies. I have no problem doing that. They're fun.
Yeah.
They're entertaining.
Sure.
I guess they're redoing that now into a TV series.
1 year per season, 7 seasons supposedly.
Oh yeah.
But everyone was
destroy another
cast
kid's
so.
life.
What's that? Oh yeah, probably.
Yeah, they're cast kids' lives. Yep. What were you gonna say?
I don't really want to see it. I don't really picture anyone else in those roles. I think they casted it very well and did a great job.
What we're gonna get is exactly what they did to Star Wars.
What they
Same
did
story,
to Star Wars.
different characters.
Oh.
With the Force Awakens and whatever that other two movies were.
Crap and Crappier. And Crap.
I don't even remember the name, what they called them.
Mm-hmm. It's for the best. I shall not speak their names here.
That's fine. I don't care.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah. But
there's a show on FX coming out in February next year that is called Shogun.
Oh yeah.
Based off of James Cabal's bestseller, written in 1975. I have read that book maybe 250 something times.
Shogun, James.
I have listened to the
Clavel?
audiobook. Yeah, Cal. Crap, there's no R in it.
CLAVELL.
Not cat. CAV.
I did not say cat.
There's no T.
I said cow. Clavel.
Yeah.
I think I've seen this image. I have no idea what this is.
Well, that looks like the statue that's in front of the Imperial Palace. Which has nothing to do with that story, though. That statue has mostly to do with the Last Samurai movie with Tom Cruise. Yes, they did a
You missed most of the gross DNA talk.
TV series, back in the day, back in the 80s with Richard Chamberlain.
Would that
it was
be
good.
This,
I have the DVD instead of that. It's very 80s and very hard to watch. Yeah, it's that one. I have that box set right there. Yeah. It's hard to watch. It's very. It was filmed. It looks like they just went out into the countryside somewhere and tried to film 1600s Japan, and it's just terrible looking. The acting,
but it's actually like Southern California or something.
Yeah, or something like that, and it's just dirt very dirty, and it's not what you would picture 1600 Japan to look like the desert.
Sure.
So
They don't have
it's
desert
okay.
too?
I mean,
No.
no.
Do
But,
they have deserts in Japan?
I mean, like the frozen desert, Hokkaido, I think, is like a frozen wasteland almost. There's spotted villages around, like a big city port, and that's all they got. But then it's like tropical.
Totori sand dunes wedged along the coast of Japan's sparsely populated Sanin region.
Sanai.
Well, S-A-N-I-N.
Apostrophe I-N?
I-N.
Or L-N?
I-N.
Sanai.
So, they got some. Who'd have thought?
Yeah, I guess so. Right, maybe that's where the only place they could find that didn't have like technology interrupting them filming. Otherwise, but anyways, the new series has like some good actors. Looks really good.
Yeah. Who's in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some Japanese guys. The guy who played Scorpion. The guy that was in Last Samurai. He's been in almost everything.
Watanabe?
No, not that guy. The other one.
The one that
Ken Watanabe
has
was the Scorpion.
I don't know.
You saw the Mortal Kombat movie, didn't you?
Nope. This guy that's in everything. He was in Bullet Train as the one guy's dad.
Yep. He was in Marvel's Endgame.
As what?
Just a Yakuza crowd.
Well, Yakuza.
He sword fights Hawkeye. That's pretty good, and then he gets Ed, but you know.
Hero.
So I'm really looking forward to this. I'm super excited.
Okay.
I hope it lives up to the book. So we'll see.
Nice. We'll see.
I'll probably start reading the book or listening to the audiobook here again soon. Just to
be
familiar with it. I think that's one thing I'm really looking forward to in TV movie wise. We're watching Loki.
What do you think of it?
I like it. I really hope. See, instead of it being Kang, that he's the next big baddie, which I don't know what they're going to do now because of that whole trial thing.
No clue.
But I would love it to be Loki.
As the bad guy for everything. What a twist!
Because right now he's not really a bad guy. He's not really a superhero or a hero. He's just Loki. He's trying to save everything because that's where he keeps his stuff, basically.
He's the dick.
Like
not the Earth. That's where I keep all my stuff.
I mean, right, but the stuff that are his friends right now in this show, which is fine. Like they wiped him from existence. He doesn't have a time in the timelines anywhere really. So him just wanting to do something so he is everywhere. I don't know, somehow to make him the baddie without him being the baddie type thing. They would have to because he's such a lovable character.
Yeah, I don't.
Even in the comics,
watch that.
I've always liked him, and that's kind of how he's acting right now.
I don't watch these shows, but everything I see of him now, I'm like, this is not the guy from the Avengers. That movie I watched.
And they do touch on that, on like how he is not that person anymore, how he changed and the experiences that he's gone through, and like especially what he's going through right now.
But I like them being conniving and whatever.
Oh, I do too, and I think he needs to have a reason to do it. So if they can find a reason for him to be that way, and he has to lose everything to become that god.
Yeah.
because they've kind of touched on it before, like in the last series, they showed different Lokis from throughout, and they had like the old Loki that you saw in the comics that was all magic based. He was cool, but he was still like he wasn't that Loki. They were still missing the I don't know. But the Loki, he still has like they're talking about gods and stuff, and it's like someone and he's like, I am a god. Like so he still has that little arrogance about I am a god. Like you cannot so he still has that part of him, which is like so he's not completely wiped out and he could come back as a I guess a villain per se, but I just don't know how they could make him a villain that's truly a villain. Which I don't think you could do with Kang either. Kang's always just been
like from what I hear, every time, and from the little bit that I had to sit through my last job that made us suffer through Marvel movies, they keep defeating him way too easily and not presenting the fact that there's like tons of them. That's like the scary part is there's endless amounts of him and he'll just keep coming back. Right, and it's like they're not presenting that in a way that's going to make the audience feel like, oh crap, he's back again. We just killed him. And I just don't think they presented that
at the
guy.
End of Ant-Man and Lost is the only time you saw like the Council of Kangs, where there's like multitude, a whole arena.
And I'll tell you, there is a sound effect in that I thought was racist because there's like one version of him where he starts whooping, and I was like,
yeah,
why is he making monkey sounds?
Oh, see, awful. I just assume it's more Arsenio Hall type thing.
Oh no, I if he was going whoo whoo whoo, but I swear he was just
wasn't
going.
He like pounding his chest or something?
I don't know, but I was like, this feels terribly inappropriate.
But he was like pounding his chest.
Yeah,
he
probably.
May have been, like, more of a primal Kang
or something.
Guess. I don't know. I just watched it the other night or a couple weeks ago. I finished it all. Because I love Ant-Man. It was still it's got its issues, but it was still a really fun movie. I really liked it. It was still a good father-daughter type thing. It's like because they didn't have to have the whole love thing with him and the Wasp. Like they just established, they've got their together.
I thought they already did that in another movie.
Yeah, they did. So they didn't even have to touch on it in this one.
Yeah,
it was more of a father-daughter movie than it was like having to do. They didn't have to rely on that whole lovey-dovey type thing. They didn't have to rely on the like gimmicks that you do usually have to do with a sequel to keep it going.
Mm-hmm.
I just liked it. I liked how they did it, and I even liked MODOK. I thought it was ridiculous and stupid, but
I hated him.
It fit the character. I mean, it fit the storyline good. Like they like how they brought it back to something else, and I think MODOK is one of the worst characters ever created, and they don't need to put him in live action whatsoever. And the way they did, I'm glad, because now we don't have to have him anywhere else in the Marvel universe. Screw him. Like he's a stupid character.
Even in the comics, you
don't like him? Put on print, but only to use him as what he's intended as, the fucking organism made only for killing.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. If you use him as that, then he's great. But if you try to give him backstory and anything else, then it becomes stupid. You can't humanize that. And when we try to, it's just, I don't know. I don't think we need to humanize every single character or.
Oh, but that's all Disney does now is humanize their villains.
Well, they've done that. Well, I mean, usually they just kill them off. So
yeah, but they're still evil.
More of the
you don't need to know their reason for being evil. They could just be evil.
Oh no, yeah. I don't need another reason. I don't need these villain stories. I don't need to sympathize for the villain for them being villains.
Nope.
They're assholes. They're the bad guy. That's all I need to know.
And they like it.
Yeah. They know they're the bad guy. I mean, give me a character who doesn't know he's the bad guy and trying to do what he's trying to do, but he thinks he's doing the right thing. But he's actually the bad guy.
I guess.
I mean, that's just the perspective of somebody else. I mean, the stormtroopers didn't think they were the bad guys. The stormtroopers thought they were the good guys, protecting from these rebels trying to tear down the system.
Yeah, but the Emperor is evil. I don't need a backstory saying that.
Oh, yeah, I know.
He got corrupted and it's like that.
No, the Emperor was straight up evil. Like, straight up evil. But the stormtroopers weren't. I mean, most of them were clones that were dying off anyway. And then these new kids coming in, they were just looking for fucking opportunity to get up their stinking homeworlds. I mean, most of the stormtroopers were just kids out of like high school or some shit, probably getting off their planet for the first time.
Yeah.
Veterans were mostly the clones. Stupid fucking clones.
Yeah. The only ones I like are in the micro series when they're taking out tanks and stuff efficiently. And I was like, this is how they should have presented the stormtroopers in something, not being a stupid meme.
I mean, I still just resent them because we never got the actual Clone Wars of what it was always intended to be.
Yep.
I would love to have a what if storyline where we saw
you just fix the prequels.
Where it's just it's a what if. Here's the story. Here's what I intentionally saw.
Yeah.
With the Jedi's being cloned and the Mandalorians coming in as peacekeepers for the galaxy, which turned into.
Is that what they were there for? I thought they like.
There's hints here and there that I pieced together, like in Dark Empire, when Luke gets captured, it's on a Mandalorian Star Cruiser that was made for Jedi hunting because of the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Because
I thought of that as being like more of a. I thought of that as like being more of like an end of the war and everybody's turned on the Jedi and stuff. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But they were.
It
definitely was.
They called in the Mandalorians because I thought the Mandalorians were like, the.
Well, see, I didn't even picture there being a clone army. I pictured that it was like the Mandalorians started the war, and then suddenly we started discovering key individuals were being cloned and replacing certain Jedi or whatever. Yeah. So maybe they're kidnapping a Jedi and throwing him in that prison ship, and then letting the clone replace him and stuff.
I
don't know.
See, I didn't know. I always saw the Mandalorians coming in. They called them in as peacekeepers, like the Senate, and that's how he was able to take over and create an army. Through the Mandalorians.
Like I do and don't like the clone troopers. Like I like them in certain instances, but I don't like the whole presentation of robot army versus essentially robot meat suits. Robots fighting robots.
Yeah.
And then even when they did the Republic Commando game, they had them as just all in the same white armor, and then George is like, no, I give them personalities and spruce them up and different voices, and I'm like, that's not a clone, George. Why do they have different personalities and different voices? The whole point of cloning someone is to have many of one thing. And then that's largely why I hated the Clone Wars show, is every clone had a personality, and I was like, no, this is one robot army fighting a different kind of robot army. It is the most farcical of farces, and I can get behind that because the Emperor pulling strings and stuff, but I feel like I'd be one of those guys on a random walkway watching what's happening in the war and going, doesn't this seem odd to anyone else? Like suddenly there's a robot army.
Not to go to work.
Suddenly we have a meat flesh robot army. Yeah, time to make the donuts.
And then that one slowly breaks down, and so we need to like rape these other worlds for their young to.
Yeah, exactly.
Replenish our army.
The ranks. Yeah, and it's actually just manipulating everyone into this new way of life. And I was like, the Emperor is pretty evil. I can see it. going that way. Anyway, the whole thing's
Exactly.
dumb. I still hate the prequels.
I like to watch the lightsaber fights. I like the music.
I like the Darth Maul Obi-Wan lightsaber fight because it seemed like they knew what they were doing. All the other ones, I'm like, meh.
They're fun. It's CGI at that point.
And the last fight,
CGI.
the last fight all over the lava, I'm like, this is so obnoxious. I don't care anymore.
Yeah, they could have done it. I thought you meant the Yoda first Emperor.
No, I kind of like that one, sort of. I wish it would have gone on more, done more. Hey, all right, well, let's start over and talking about gross DNA and
let's rewind it. AI, yeah.
I was gonna go through that. DNA. I was gonna go through that video, but I lost interest. It's just
it was a good video. I mean,
we covered
the way they're talking. I mean,
yeah, it's intelligent. It's nice to hear intelligent conversation.
Yeah. Oh,
you couldn't tell.
I couldn't tell. Oh, yeah. Instead of some fanboy who's like obsessed that this is going to change the world when it's not.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of, there's a kid on Twitter that keeps trending because he keeps arguing with people that he's an artist because he can manipulate the prompt to be perfect and create the perfect image output. And I'm like, no.
Okay, you can call yourself an artist, but you're an AI prompt artist. That's all.
You're not anywhere near the same skill level as someone that's been doing this for 40 years.
No. He's just using a different medium. I mean, someone who uses toast as their medium is still an artist per se. I mean,
toast.
Their medium.
I would have more. I have more appreciation for people using toast.
I mean, and if he's trying to get away with it as real art, like look what I created.
He uses statements like that.
I see what you're saying. It's annoying.
It's stupid. It's like
I mean,
the best one of the best examples. There's two really great examples. Someone's like, I'm now a chef, even though my medium to work in is DoorDash, but I'm still a chef because look what I had to tell them what I wanted and how to prepare it. And then the other one was
that's a waitress.
playing
you tell somebody else how they want you to prepare it. The one that's preparing it is the chef.
No, I'm the chef. I'm the one that told DoorDash what I wanted and how it was.
Okay, so they're thinking a chef is like the director and the cook is the one making the meal.
So because in
reality, the chef is the one cooking the fucking shit.
Since I prompted everything into action, I am the artist. The other great example is no, it's just that people are stupid. The other great example is someone's like, I am so great at Guitar Hero that I am a professional guitarist. It's like,
okay, yes, I can tell you're stupid.
No,
you're pushing buttons.
This is all the same thing, though. I type in a prompt and it generates an image, and I have to know how to type in a prompt and how to manipulate it.
Type in a prompt.
You're not an artist.
You're not an artist.
You're not a chef.
So I would use the AI to try and create something, but I wouldn't call myself the artist of.
But then he puts in his.
Look what I made with AI.
He'll upload his. I'm gonna say his badly done art, and then he tells the prompt to fix it, and then he's like, look how great an artist I am, and it's like, no, just no.
Oh yeah, see, that's not the original thing that you uploaded is your art.
This is the same thing.
Yeah, see, that's like it's like, okay, I see what you're saying. It's like.
This is the same as the donut logo from earlier. The guy did a shitty 2-year-old drawing and then told the prompt, and then he generated 10 versions. What?
everybody's a fucking photographer now. Like, you know how hard it is for
Oh,
me
yeah.
to get work?
Yeah.
Because
Mhm.
they think these things are better than the fucking
Regular
SLR
camera that
camera
can, yeah.
that has, like, and they're not. Like, okay, if I want to take pictures with my cell phone and I'm going to look at the pictures on my cell phone, great. They're probably going to look awesome. But as soon as I post this picture online and I look at it on the computer or another format, it's going to look like shit. If I try to
Mhm.
print out a picture from my cell phone, it's going to look like shit.
Mhm.
It only looks good
Uh,
on your cell phone.
this all goes
Video
back to
too,
the same thought process of I don't know where the
unless you
future is
manipulate it.
going. I don't
Exactly.
know where the future is going because technology homogenizes the landscape.
Yeah.
And I think it always has, but I don't think it's been quite so
I,
significant in so short a time.
it's just, I think it's because everything's starting to blend now. That's all. We're taking different technology and it's able to go from this side to this side with ease now.
Well,
And
the tools
that's like
for
always
what
been the future.
the tools for doing something used to be hard to come by or hard to learn, and now
Oh yes.
anyone can do it. Which honestly, when AI comes for 3D modeling, I'll be happy because I don't have to learn that crap anymore. I can forget
Oh, it's
everything that
pretty much there.
I
And
guess.
most of the files are on there.
But
The program is actually really easy to use, and I have no idea what I'm doing.
yeah. Well,
I haven't printed anything out because I don't have a 3D printer, but I've been playing with the program of creating like
really.
swords and things to print out.
Mm.
It's fucking
Well,
easy as fuck,
I
man. You
had
just
some
line.
classes. Yeah.
Oh, it's not
I
even
had some
that
classes
depth
and I
anymore.
learned basics of it, and then I was like, it felt like sculpting with boxing gloves on to me. I was like, it's hard enough knowing how to sculpt regular. I can kind of do it fairly well, sort of
Right.
well. But doing everything in 3D, especially like ZBrush, and you use your stylus to push and pull. I don't understand how people get so detailed with that stuff, but I feel like I'm on a tangent and I lost the point. Anyway,
No,
if you
no, you're
do
fine.
AI art, you are not an artist. You are not on the same skill set or level
Oh,
as.
I think you have to put them in a completely different category. I don't think you should be able, like, you can't say you're an artist on the same level as like someone who actually like pulls stuff out of their own head.
Yeah, but see, I do see it as
But
an
it's
okay
like
tool
saying, right,
because
right.
I
It's the
think
same
of
way as saying
things
just because you have a camera, you're not a photographer just because you have a camera.
correct.
Like, I went to school to learn how to do this. I went to school to learn how to make movies.
Yeah.
Like, I paid for my education. Is that what? Just because someone's not paying for it? I'm just trying
No,
to understand. Like,
you need to put in the years
put in the
and
time. Well, yeah,
and the
you have to have
knowledge
the
of
experience.
what does it take to make something,
Right.
and
Okay.
why does that work?
Now tell me, like, if this kid can tell me why the AI changed his work the way it did, give me a
He
detailed
still
account.
wouldn't
Why did it
be
change his work? Like,
because
and
he would
why
have
did
to
that make it better?
and if he
Yeah,
knew
he
that,
can't
he wouldn't be
recognize it.
using it. If he
Exactly.
can't explain why it's fixing it and making it look better, then he's
Exactly.
not what he claims to be. I
There we
do
go.
see it as a decent tool. I've mentioned in the past because
Yes.
I will think of like an alien and I'll be like, I want it to be based on a rock and a frog, and I kind of have an idea of what that would look like, but it's like sending it to a concept artist to just punch out a thumbnail, and I'm like, yes, that's basically what I was thinking. I can now take that and refine it and fix it and make it
Right. You're
usable.
refining and fixing it, not the opposite.
Exactly. It's not that I'm gonna sit
Exactly.
there typing in prompts until it looks just how I like it.
Photoshop.
Photoshop is adding
Same
AI
thing.
prompts now,
Oh
and
yeah, I know.
they
Oh,
keep
Adobe's
showing
going
commercials,
right
and people
into
are
it.
They keep showing commercials, and
Joey
people are like, "Oh man, Stalin would have loved that." Because you could just
Oh, yeah, I know.
erase people from it. Anyway, Price,
Yep. How you doing?
how's it going? We did a
Hey.
we did a watch of Quantum Leap the other day, and Price invited me on his show to discuss the first episode of Quantum Leap.
The new series or the
Old one, no
OG?
way, sir.
Okay, yeah.
Price is on his own for reviewing the new series. But it was a nice experience to watch
I think I read about the new
a
series.
wholesome show
and
again.
It's not a reboot.
Oh well,
So I
go
think
watch.
That's the only reason. That's what I liked it.
Go watch his videos, and he'll tell you why they're all horrible. Every time I see him post a new
Oh, I
video,
agree. They're
I
probably
die a
horrible.
little inside. I'm like, no, this show sounds terrible. Yeah.
Same thing I have with the new Magnum PI TV show.
There was a new one?
Oh, it's got like 8 seasons or 7 seasons now.
See,
I thought it would only
I
last
block
one
these
season.
things
I can't
out.
believe it. I can't believe it lasted as long as it did. I didn't think it was going to make it past 1.
Yeah. I
The
might
only
have
Magnum
heard
for
it
me is
existed,
Tom
and then I
Selleck.
blocked it out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible. I mean, I guess it's good. I guess some people like it.
We call them dumb.
I don't call them anything.
Because we judge. We judge harshly on this show.
To each their own, man. To each their own.
As long as it matches my
That's
preference. And we're going to start wrapping it up because...
Sorry.
Was that the Transformers or something?
Doctor Who. Well, before the time change, I go outside as the sun is setting, usually at this time, and take photos of the sun setting.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
my alarm. That's going to be setting in 10 minutes. So now the time
it said a while ago, didn't it?
Said an hour ago.
Well. All right, we'll have to
5:30.
We'll have to consider that next time.
5:30. It's all good.
Got
6 other days.
6 other days. New Quantum Leap is even more offensive than New Magnum.
I bet.
I
won't even touch anything about the new Magnum. I don't even want to read
either
articles
of them.
about it. Nothing. I read an article about the new Quantum Leap, but even though it's like before it came out.
Yeah. Well, we only did the first episode of the old one on his show, so Thursday at 10 we're gonna do the second one. 10 p.m. Check it out.
Yeah, that's a series. I like the series. It's a series I would like to watch the end of.
I've seen the last episode. I used to watch them on reruns on Sci-Fi Channel.
Sci-Fi and Nick at Night, I think they used to come on.
Yeah.
Or USA. They were on USA late night. Like 9 or 10 they would come on. I'd watch it with my grandfather.
Nice.
It was fun.
That's cool.
Then we'd watch Get Smart and Dragnet. I hated Dragnet. So boring.
Just the facts.
Love Get Smart though.
Yeah, no doubt. But let's start wrapping it up because I've been out all day and I need to go eat dinner. And folks, if you want to follow Steve on the Instagram, he's at SJP Second Toys. There you can see various
stuff. Some toys. Got some drone stuff. I'll probably go back to the toys here soon.
Nice.
More toy photos.
I mentioned it at the top of the hour. If you want to follow my hopefully crowdfunding soon comic, Smacked in the Head, the animated series, go to the real Smacked in the Head on the Instagram. And then, finally, but not least, for all your stickery needs, go to realseanchromalart.etsy.com. Get some vinyl stickers. These 3 people are driving me crazy. Do you see them? 3 people have this in their cart. 3 people have this in their cart. Yeah, go check it out. And that is all I have for this week.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I got nothing else.
I got nothing else. Yeah. But think of a topic next week sometime. We'll discuss your sunset schedule.
Well,
Figure
the
something
kid lost
out.
a tooth today. That's what I'm dealing with.
Okay. That's probably not going to
Gotta
make a
go get
very
some
long
money.
topic for an hour-long
No,
show.
that had something to do with something else. Sorry, it popped in my head. I got to go get cash
Oh.
for the ferry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is she a prostitute? For
I
teeth?
mean, for teeth, yeah. Money for teeth.
Man,
She puts out for it.
I like this swoop I got going.
Well, that's good. Happy
Yeah.
for you.
All right. Well, I'm going to play us out.
All right.
Save me, Doug McClure. I'm having issues.